So we're not going to be doing any crazy hiking today. I'm just getting over the flu, so we're going to be checking out areas that are close to get to. As you can see, you have loads of quartz. If you go over here, this continues. It's exposed in multiple areas. So by first glance, the quartz looks like it's virtually barren, unless there's some small amounts of free milling metals. So the reason why quartz is so important in this area is there's quite a few past producing mines, lots of deposits that haven't been mined yet. So you have giant quartz veins, ore bodies with quartz and barite. So we're going to take a tiny little sample off an area here where there's a little bit of oxidization, and we're going to catalog that. So you can see this right here. This is actually sericite schist. You got some volcanic tuff, which is in contact with this quartz vein. So a little bit of pyrite mineralization on this piece here. We are making our way up to an adit, 21 meter adit. And you can see the quartz here. There's loads of quartz all over the ground. This quartz has free mill gold. So this stuff isn't going to be very high in grade, but you are going to have little bits in there. So there's no record on that, the actual grade that they pulled out, but enough to sink an adit in there. So we're going to go check that out and see what else we can find. We'll see if we can pull a bunch of samples, grab samples, see if there's anything inside the adit that's worth sampling. So this adit is right on the road, so we're not going to show the surroundings too much. It's a pretty popular area. I will tell you that it is an old mine road for a bunch of main mines on the other side of the mountain. And you can find samples like this that have been dropped off from the wagon. So that's pyrite and chalcopyrite mineralization in quartz. So we're going to keep this sample here just in case. We'll catalog it. Just wanted to point this out. You can see all this exposed bedrock here. This is a sericite schist, and everything is running in this direction, including the mine that we're going to go check out, and including several deposits up there. There's supposed to be a couple shafts we'll eventually check out at a later date. Here you have a sample which is a schistose rock with quartz in minor amounts, but you have free milling metals. This is silver running with iron pyrite, and you have some sphalerite in there as well. Really difficult to tell the difference between the metals. They're all sort of interwoven together, but you can tell the difference on a jeweler's loupe. So another grab sample here. Same stuff. So we are going to take this and send this one in for a test probably. Won't get it back for about a month. There's a month delay right now. So we're coming to fairly obvious schistose rock. You can see some oxidization, you can see some sulfide staining. So we're coming to a zone which has intense mineralization found in stringer veins. Pretty much for the next kilometer we'll see stuff like this, where you can find little stringers of iron pyrite. Okay, so we're above the road, and you can see here you have a bluish colored staining. So that's azurite, and that comes from the presence of copper. I can see some copper sulfides in there, minimal amounts. So we have a giant outcrop up here. You can see how oxidized it is. Just a chip off here shows you have disseminated pyrite. Interesting feature here. You can see this. This is the main road. This is actually a giant trench that was dug a long time ago to check out this zone of schistose rock and pyrite mineralization. So I'll just walk it and see how far it goes. We are about 60 meters down the trench. Got some exposed rock here, and it continues on. And this is where looks like it ends. It's about 100 meters long. We are at the entrance of the mine. You can see the overburden. So this is a adit, goes in about 21 meters, and then there's a cross cut or lag to the left. They struck this in a schistose rock on a quartz reef. So there's free mill gold in the quartz, but looks like they removed most of it. So we'll see if we can find any samples worth taking in here. So it looks like they removed most of the quartz even. Apparently there was small little veinlets of calcite, which you can see up there, calcite quartz carbonate, running through the quartz, and schists. A little bit of quartz still left there. A little bit of an oxidized area there. Might be worth hammering away at that. So, not a whole lot of vein left. A little bit here. Looks like you can see some free milling metals in there, but not 100%. Would have to look under a microscope or jeweler's loupe. So I would say it's worth chipping away and trying to find a sample or two, but I'd say this is pretty much mined out. Not a lot of quartz left here. I'm assuming the free mill gold would be running with a bit of iron because you can see some iron staining there. Here's a quartz carbonate zone, again right here. Dusty and Jill and Sam were here. So that's the end of it. We'll see if we can hammer a sample or two off, see if we can find some thing that's decent enough to send in for analysis. There's a nice little zone right here that looks like it's got a little bit of mineralization. So here you have what appears to be sulfide mineralization. So maybe we can pull a sample here. Going to be hard to determine if there's free milling metals just by looking. Looks like there could be a little bit of gold in there. Again, really hard to determine when it's mixed like that. Okay, so we got free mill gold there. So we'll take this. Okay, so we're going to pull a sample from here. We got a decent sample here with free mill gold showing. And we're going to take a look at the first part of the adit again, see if we can pull at anything else. Looks like you got more free mill gold on this sample here. Right there. There you go, you got free mill gold right there. Camera light went out because the battery's getting low. So we're gonna quickly finish up here. We'll show you anything else we can find with the flashlights. We'll quickly pull the sample from there too. Okay, so that's the adit. We've gotten 4 samples, which are pretty decent. All had free milling gold by looking at the jeweler's loop. A couple of them had visible gold. And that's all the time we have for today. Camera's about to die and we are out of daylight, so we might sample this and then head out. So thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you guys next time.